When it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the Personal Injury Lawyers. Kicking goals for Queenslanders since 1983. TPIL Lawyers, proud partner of AFL Queensland.
AFL Nines, it's footy for
best mates looking to be teammates.
cardio fiends after a bit of competition.
Legends of the game, looking at making a comeback.
It's footy for when your week's pretty cooked.
Or for fitting it in between classes.
It's footy!
It's footy.
It's footy!
It's footy for me.
Good morning everyone, and on behalf of AFL Queensland, welcome to the 2025 TPIL Lawyers QAFL COLTS Grand Final between the Aspley Hornets and the Noosa Tigers. On behalf of AFL Queensland, I'd like to acknowledge the Yagara and Yurugul people as the traditional owners of the land and where we meet and play today, and pay respects to the elders past and present. Now I'd like to invite everyone who is able to do so to please stand and join our players and officials in the playing of our Australian national anthem. Let's make some noise. This is your 2025 TPIL Lawyers QAFL COLTS Grand Final.
Grand final football. It's Noosa in the first tap out, trying to get the first clearance for Aspley. Aspley bursting through the pack on that occasion looks pretty good. Look at the numbers around this contest. Ball's still going around in there. Just a left of the ball in the ground, Dylan.
Yeah, and obviously the first clearance is so vital in situations. Ball up once more and we continue. Very interesting to see how this one pans out. Here we go, a bit of a chaos ball.
Chance now, looking over there. Early in the morning, it's a pretty early start. 9 o'clock in the morning, folks. Noosa trying to clear the ball once more. Clean possession. Ball at the feet of about 6 players there.
Yeah, here was our form leading into this match. The Hornets are 5 wins straight. Whereas Noosa are about 2 wins, 1 loss. Here we go, speaking of the Hornets, they've got good chance in the game to run one. Bailey is very Nelson trying to recover. Immediately under pressure. Noosa scrambling defense coverage there. On the far side, a big thank you to them for getting behind the profit of the season. Absolutely, so many memorable moments, and TPIL Lawyers are in there every step of the way. Ball up again, and I have to say, Kane, the ruck battle thus far has been pretty even.
No, you're definitely right. Roberts and Rowson in the ruck again. Ball gets knocked up once more. Pretty evenly match these two sides. Pretty interesting how this game progresses. Aspley go up again. That wasn't too bad by Rowson. Couldn't get a super clearance out of that. Noosa trying to track the ball. Haven't really touched the footy much. Here's their chance now. Coming back to full half back. Couldn't get a ball on boot. Now they do. Ball rolling towards the middle of the ground. Great attack on the footy. Now they've got a little bit of an outnumber. First inside 50. Noosa couldn't mark it. Aspley trying to get it out of defence. Again, players dive on it. Could be pinned on the ball here.
Yeah, terrific defensive effort there from Ryan Fox for the Hornets. Just locked it down, ensured that the ball was safe at the track. And you are right, Kane, that first inside 50, we'll see whether an opportunity can be made. Here we go, 1 on 2. Was that called? No. Referee calls it. Play will continue. The Hornets are scrambling. Big tackle, pinched as the hands. And we've got a dive there, almost a try motion. Absolute chaos just outside the 450. And both sides clinging onto it, and as such, right in front of goal, we have another ball up.
No one wanted to dive on the footy on that occasion. Looks like Liam Grant's going to be going up for the contest. Got the handball out, tried to get the ball on boot there was Hamilton. Kick on goal, it's the first one of the afternoon. Well done to Noosa.
The entire side get around him. I have a feeling it might have been Fred Hamilton.
It was Fred Hamilton.
The first goal of the day, and my goodness, isn't that it's just a tension reliever, right? Everyone's like, okay, we can get stuck into it now. The first goal's been kicked.
Well, that was the interesting one. Hamilton sort of tried to get the ball on boot, split second earlier. Very well smothered by the Aspley defence. Ball ended up back with him somehow. Got the ball on boot finally, and first goal on the day goes to Hamilton and the Noosa Tigers. They lead by 6 points. Aspley yet to score, 4.5 minutes into the opening quarter.
And speaking of goal scorers, viewers, we've got the Hornets have got 3 leading goal scorers in their top 10. So the big name to watch is Hamish McPherson, who is the lead goal kicker for this season. Kicked 60 overall. As the ball goes up, immediately drove into the ground. Whereas for the side of Noosa, they do have a player in the top 10 for goal kickers with Darcy Dinage, who kicked 22 for the season. Play continues here, and 1 goal in it for our first quarter. And there we go, the clearance once again going the way of the Tigers. Inside 50 is there, the Hornets are scrambling all over it. Defensive effort there from Harry Grills. He's under pressure, and we have an opportunity here. Pinched again, left foot, tapped. Geez, like a volleyballer out there, the Brian Fox again. He's been big on the defence.
Yeah, Zian Kendall with the right foot check side. Just couldn't get enough distance on the kick. And like you say, Dylan, Fox on the last line defended well.
Yeah, sneaky like the Fox has been thus far. And we've got a clearance kick is good. There with ball in hand is the vice-captain, Lockie O'Dwyer. Takes his time, and they're going to play through the middle here with Jake Pitcher, ball in hand.
Well, here's an opportunity from halfback for the Hornets. Comes to this broadcast wing, one-on-one. Striding to take the mark. On that occasion was Lewis. Noosa pounce. Now they've got a bit of room to move. Kick to half forward's a pretty good one. Off her hands, unfortunately. Might be a little bit greasy out there. Now the ball's hit the ground a couple of times.
Yeah, Harry Caspers, the VC, unfortunately slipping through his hands there, came the spot on.
Bit hard to take the mark on that occasion. It'll be clean here though. Noosa in attack. Aspley defending fairly well. They've already given away a goal. Ball thrown back in. Both ruckmen go up. Almost gets out the back. Aspley again trying to clear. All the Noosa attackers at the front of the contest. Four Tigers on 1 Hornet has been unfair.
Yeah, it doesn't look like... Well, actually, no, there is a loose man here on the far side for Hornets, and as a result gets the ball with Jed Atkins playing that role. Hornets scrambling and flying over the line there is Harry Grills again. Very contested footy here, Kane. It doesn't seem to be much space as soon as the ball is up.
No, and that's grand final footy for you. No room to move. Pressure gauge is through the ceiling at the moment. No one wants to make a mistake. So ball's going to be thrown back in now. Both ruckmen are going to go up. Got a bit of a shove there on that occasion was Maricic. No free kick paid, so another stoppage. Now 40 out from the Tigers' goal. They're going to try and go back into attack. Maricic again got the hands onto it. Found a teammate. The third stoppage in about 30 seconds, and play will continue.
Yeah, ball up footy on display for our stream viewers. And remember, we will be giving a best on ground for today, so Kane and I will be keeping an eye out. Big tackle, crowd red ball, and ball has been given. Defence.
That is a brilliant tackle from the Monica. Absolutely brilliant. It's going to be lined up from about probably 45 out from goal. Interesting, the breeze is sort of swirling a little bit, so it'll be interesting the first real set shot for goal here. Comes in, right foot, it's up, it's high, it's there! Second goal goes for the Tigers, and Fox LaMonica, well done. First goal of the afternoon.
Geez, it's a current trend at the moment. We've got the Fox LaMonica with first goal, and Ryan Fox for the Hornets has been defending very well. So plenty of hot action footy here, and what a beautiful start for the Tigers.
Well, it's real stoppage grand final football at the moment. We haven't had a lot of scores on the board. 8.5 minutes played. A couple of goals from Noosa. Aspley need to find a way to hit back, because really at the moment they haven't had much possession at all.
Yeah, definitely the case, mate. And as always, big thank you to Bradman Windows and Doors. And we'll bring it in again. Our officials will see to it. And the question is, can the Hornets respond? They're under a little bit of scoreboard pressure. Bounce goes wonky, and they will have it once more. And there's a good answer for your slippery footy, as Thomas Levi has gone bum up straight in the centre. And that battle continues.
Ball goes up once more. Aspley looking to clear again, but the Noosa defence is holding up strong. Another stoppage in the middle of the ground. Crowd slowly building this afternoon, Dylan. Plenty of grand final footy action coming to you live from Springfield. Great tackle wave there. Heavy contact. Play continues. Geez, the player pulled up sore from the impact, and then the ball ended up with him. He got poleaxed again. So that was Harry Nelson on that occasion. He still looks a bit ginger as play continues here. Another good tackle wave.
Harry Nelson, the 8th leading goal kicker for this season. He had 23 to his boot. And it's something I want to bring up, viewers, in that I mentioned that the Hornets have the top 3 players in the top 10. We've got a big tackle. Was he with the ball? Doesn't matter. Play on. And once again, scrambling footy. Big fist through, but look who has it. Here we go. Big opportunity here is on for Noosa. Moss brings it in. One-on-one defensive effort. Crunched. And we have quick hands out. But the Hornets with the recovery just pings it out. Best of luck. The sprint is on here, Kane.
Ball still rolling towards the boundary line. Walk out. Great attack on the footy from both players. Good tackle over the line. So Noosa's definitely on top of the momentum at the moment. But Aspley holding on. Great defending work down there on the last line again by Fox. Brilliant.
Yeah, Zachary Brown playing that half-back role with the flowing locks. Managed to get him out of trouble, and the ball is brought in, pings over the top. Everyone went up for it. Hornets with the clearance. One-on-one here. And the mark not taken. We have Jed Atkins fighting for it. Continues to scramble. Punch in the back. Doesn't matter. Play on. Got some good contested footy to get us started here for the Colts. Hands out is Preslin Tack, the captain. Punched again. Jeez, Kane. The tackle count is huge at the moment.
Perfect tackle held up on that occasion. Good tackle laid again by the young man, Fox Monica, the last goal kicker. As both ruckmen go up again, it's almost old school ruck work there. Both ruckmen 10 metres away from each other and just ran straight into each other as play continues. Two Noosa players collide. Here's a chance for the Hornets to go into attack. Not a bad handball. Little chip kick to half forwards. Okay, looking for Nelson. Nelson can claim it. Hack ball back out. It gets over the back. They could be in trouble, the Hornets. Good recovery there. Great smother by the Hornets. Here come the Tigers, though. Kick towards true centre half forward. Fox is there. Couldn't take the mark. Dropped it cold. Play continues now. No one's going to get that ball out.
And it's looking like, Kane, that we're seeing the Tigers are definitely a little bit better getting it out of the pack clearance. They're dishing it out quite a bit as the ball goes down. Hornets with the recovery. But look, this is what I mean. So we can see there immediately, even though there's so many players around the ball, just seems that the Tigers are a little bit more clean with getting that safe hands out. And safe hands is exactly what occurs there. The ruck goes the way of the Tigers. Big scramble. Opportunity here. One-on-one. There's the man with the locks once again. Pinged out. Of danger is Rory McLeod. And we have a one-on-one. Tigers all over a big tackle. Jordan Chambers wrapping him up. And over to the boundary line.
Well, just looking out there, it's a free kick going to the Hornets, so they must have been holding the ball. Not quite sure where they're going to go from here. Even numbers forward to this contest. Kick is long. There's probably an extra number in favour of the Tigers, though. Ball pushed towards the boundary line. Got to try and break a line here, the Hornets. Hacks the ball just to the top of 50. Good tackle late. Could have been pinned on the man. No, says the umpire. Another boundary throw in.
It was a terrific play there from Brock O'Sullivan from the Hornets. He just, that double disposal play, those are little actions that are so pivotal in grand final footy. And we can hear the locals getting rowdy as they're getting around. And you are right, Kane. You've got a good turnout here for our Colts, Granny.
No, both coaches would be happy with the starts too. I mean, it's 2-1-13. Aspley get the score. 13, almost 13 and a half minutes played. Both sides settling. Noosa again at the bottom of the pack. They've started probably the better of the two. Ball still getting pushed towards that boundary line, trying to keep it in. Both teams. Aspley come up with a good tackle once more from the Tigers.
And we will continue to play, but it does seem, from what I've read with the statistics, Kane, is that the Hornets have such a strong offensive forward line. When they do get into the forward 50, they make clean work of it. As I mentioned, McPherson being the lead goal kicker. They've also got the 5th lead goal kicker this season. and as I mentioned earlier, the 8th. But it seems at the moment they haven't had a 450 game. They can't get it into the fours.
They've just got it to the top of the 50, and that's about it at this stage. Not a great start. 14 and a bit minutes played. Noosa's probably had 4 or 5 inside 50s and picked a couple of goals, so they're doing a bit better on that count. Ball gets kicked off the ground. Clean for deliberate and actually paid it. So free kick's going to go on that outer side to Aspley. And it's Jet Atkins who's going to take the kick back in. Kicks back in boards okay. Straight up the middle. Another slip of the feet. Trying to play on at all times. Now they've got a bit of room move. Crowd is building slowly here. Momentum starting to shift maybe towards the back end of this quarter. That's a bit of an up and under kick. Who's going to mark this? No one really got to the drop zone. Noosa's going to be the first one onto it. Look out.
Big hip and shoulder, and the crowd a collective grunt. As you are right, the Hornets seem to be composing themselves.
No, shoulder definitely met hip on that occasion, Dylan. That was a solid contact between a couple of players. Ball gets pushed out of bounds. Another boundary throw in, about 70 out from the Hornets' goal.
As the ball will be brought in, and the question is, as we're just past the 15-minute mark, and how the Tigers can respond. Goes to ground, clearance goes to the Tigers, one-on-one, big push. Play on now, good hands there from Levi, pins it in. Here we go, our first forward 50 entrance for the Hornets. Scrambling defence. Was he held? Yes, he was. And the Tigers get an opportunity to get it out, but scrambling defence there from Riley McKay goes to the far side.
No, McKay was good on that occasion. They go straight up the middle of the ground. There's a brilliant kick. Ends up in the hands of Griggs. Griggs is going to push it out wide. They're often running here, the Tigers. Aspley defend pretty well at half back through O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer looking for a teammate there, missed him. Noosa are going to recover okay. Looking for the handball. They're under a bit of pressure. Their hand skills are doing pretty well at the moment. That right foot, right to the hot spot. No one can take a mark. Ball still rolling around. Could have been held. No, says the umpire. Noosa first onto it. They're just trying to get the forward at every opportunity. Just at the top of the knee. Rolled over the line. A minor score. 14 points the margin in favour of the Tigers. And Aspley got a bit of work to do.
Yeah, but I do think they have some positives here. I think Rory McLeod's been huge in defence, and Lockie O'Dwyer's definitely been one of the best thus far as the ball goes up and down. As the Tigers scrambling on the boundary line. But yeah, O'Dwyer is definitely playing a lot more of that transition phase, trying to get it through the forward line. I think that's probably what the coaching staff of the Hornets will be talking about. And here we go, Jake Pitcher with the ball. They have this opportunity to stay through the middle. That's what I'm talking about. Free man on the side, kick through the middle. That there is O'Dwyer once again. He's been prolific. Big smother, here we go, Tigers with the response, however, clean footy. Right foot kick is there, right on the test, lace out. Tigers with the 450 entrance.
They were one out for a split second and deep inside attacking 50. Now they've got a couple extra numbers, the Hornets. And unfortunately, he just takes a ping of goal straight down the throat of an Aspley defender. And the coach's box next to it. Not too happy on that occasion for Noosa.
There's Jay Muir.
Oh, look out. Now they're in trouble. Here comes Tigers again. That right foot kicks through again. Young man in Kendall, well done. First goal of the day. And they kick their third, the Tigers. 20-point leaders. Aspley yet to fire a shot.
And viewers, I have to say, the Hornets are probably a little bit shell-shocked, considering the last matchup between Aspley Hornets and Noosa Tigers in the week 1 of the finals. Aspley won 77-25. So what a terrific effort here from Noosa. The Tigers are roaring.
They need to start well. And Greg Brain will be very happy at this stage. Brett Atkins has got a bit of work to do before the time. 20 points for margin. They're still in at the Hornets, but they can't let Noosa kick another couple of goals before quarter time. It'll be very hard to pull back a 5-6 goal lead. 3-2-20. Aspley yet to score, but it's going to be recalled.
But how often do we see this game where teams just have really hot starts that come off? And we've been calling the QAFL all season, mate, where we've seen it multiple times, and big comebacks are an opportunity. And great mark there taken just in the centre square. Chip kick is on, and the Tigers with the response ball in hand. That is Archie Shannon Takes a run and a ping. Big pack grab. And Hawks in defence. Terrific effort. And the clearing kick there. You see just outside the 450 with an opportunity.
Nelson. Had to go. By the looks of it, was Chambers helping out his defenders. Ball kick to his broadcast side. Noosa defend okay. Hornets to the first line. That kick around the corner worked our way to Dalton. Dalton to half forward. That's a good contested mark from O'Sullivan. Now they've got an opportunity. Where are they going to go? A bit more direct, across the ground. Didn't quite hit the target the way they would have liked. And again, the Tigers defend.
Yeah, Mijo with the hands out there, recovered the ball. And we have a 1-on-2 here. Can the Tigers stay safe? No, we can't. Marshall Harrop will see to it. And the ball is on here on the far side of the broadcast field viewers. Once again, live at Brighton Homes Oval. And Kane, you're not impressed with that.
Jeez. It got called deliberate. I knew what he was trying to do, but the ball just, it basically landed a foot inside the line, so I can see when the umpire picked it up, but geez, a 50-50 ball there at best. And it's the Hornets, hack that ball inside, attacking 50. Oh, that's a collision and a half. Play on, says the umpire. Noosa still trying to defend for dear life. Got his legs taken out, the Tigers player on that occasion. Play on again, two Hornets come together. The third is going to back them up. Little chip kick to the pocket. Could have had time just to mark the footy. Decided to punch it clear. The Hornets trying to go back into attack. Come back to the hot spot. That's not that kick. Drop to goal. Nelson roving well. Good tackle laid by the Tigers. And that's where it's going to get headed up 45. So that's from the Hornets goal.
Yeah, exceptional defence there from the Tigers. I've got to give credit to Dalton in the headband. He's been the reason they've had a couple of clearances go their way. The tap just free clearance for the Hornets. Recovery. Ball is there. There he is again. Dalton with a shimmy. He's in trouble. Gets hands out. Caden Harrop with the clearance. And there we go. They have their first set shot here. Caden. I think they just need to just slow down a little bit. I think that's Jake Mitchell with their hand.
Yeah, just take a breath. Drop the eyes. Don't just keep pounding away at the hot spot.
He doesn't look confident here.
Here's a chance now. Here come the Hornets. This could be the first goal of the afternoon for them. Just push to the right. And then Ryan COLTS came all the way down from full back to kick that shot on goal. Just offline, so first score of the day is a minor. One behind, trailing the Noosa Tigers by 19 points.
Who doesn't want to see it back on the big goal, mate? As the Tigers taking their time. They just seem a little bit more polished game. I think that's probably the story for our first quarter at the moment, is that Noosa are all over it. Good defensive press here, though, from the Hornets. And never mind, the Tigers managed to get it out. Big tackle, hands out are good. 2-on-1, they have an opportunity here to get it out. And without, yes, that seems to be the case. Tigers with the ball. Out there is Jared Moss getting cleaned up, and he sees it just outside centre square.
He's had a pretty good start to the game as well, boss. Just the right-hand side, far side wing. Good boundary, good mark. They've been moving the ball pretty quickly, and they're a lot more direct than the Hornets. Just get the ball in it, give your forwards an opportunity. He's going to go long again. Not quite sure, so he just chips the centre half forward. That might work out to Liam Grant. Grant gets pressured straight away. Good tackling pressure there from the Hornets. Lock the ball up at the top of the 50.
Yeah, that was Farron Cook there with the terrific mark there from the Tigers. And what I love to see, after the kick, he immediately followed, and he was involved in that tackle play there, just outside the 450 here. The Hornets with the scrambling defence. The siren will sound, and the scoreline 0-1-1 to 3-2-20. My goodness, Noosa Tigers are red hot to get started here for the first quarter.
Well,
you need a strong team. At TPIL Lawyers, we rise above the pack. When it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the personal injury lawyers. Kicking goals for Queenslanders since 1983. TPIL Lawyers, proud partner of AFL Queensland.
AFL 9s. It's footy for
Best mates looking to be teammates.
cardio fiends after a bit of competition.
Legends of the game. Looking at making a comeback.
There's footy for when your week's pretty cooked.
Or for fitting it in between classes.
Ah, it's footy!
It's footy.
It's footy.
It's footy for me.
one behind as the crowd starts screaming. Ball about to be thrown up. We'll quickly get into some awards as play continues. Wait for the first couple of stoppages to give you some info on the league best and fairest the other night. Was a brilliant night had by all apparently. As Aspley looked to get the first clearance, going to drop it in the hands of the young man in Crooks. Instantly got tackled, didn't take the mark. Tigers looking to impact. Good tackle laid there by Harrop. Ball held up. First stoppage of the second quarter.
Duo have been involved here for the Hornets. It's good to see we're going to need a much better quarter considering it's been Tiger time. As the clearance goes out again. Effort from the Hornets. A nice clearance there from Jake Pitcher. We had a pretty solid first quarter. 1-on-1, big tackle laid from Nate Hayes.
Jed Atkins had an okay quarter in the first quarter as well. He got tackled. Players come together again. Noosa looking to clear from half back. Aspley looking to go on the attack. He's had a pretty good start of the game. Colin Harrop. At handball, look out. You could have been in trouble. They ball gets pushed towards the boundary line. Fans are spraying. Broadcast side.
Yeah, we refer to that as a hospital pass. Just flung it over and hope for the best, but thankfully just went to the boundary line. That's the safest result, most likely.
The hospital handball, as they like to call it as well.
Being the recipient of one too many of those. Shout out to my teammates.
You know, join the club. doesn't hurt any less as time continues, that's for sure. As play continues again, both ruckmen, no clear winner on that occasion. Players die on it, another stoppage.
We did mention the awards that were on the 80th J.A. Grogan Medal. We have this weekend was awarded to Levi Casbolt. Final minute, you had a chance to call it?
No, yeah, you're right there. He kicked 80-odd goals for the year. Just got over line by a couple of votes. Benny Woodburn was my pick from Surfers Paradise. He'll be featuring in the grand final later. Keep an eye on him, number 3 for Surfers Paradise. Missed out by a couple of votes, unfortunately. But also the Emma Zilke medal was fairly close as well. As play continues now, Hornets go into attack. Probably the second inside 50 for the day. But again, Noosa defend well. Trying to push the ball towards the boundary line. Not quite sure where he's going. Umpire's getting delivery. It's about the third one we've seen today already. And the Hornets are going to go back into attack.
Shannon Nolan. I reckon this has been a better start immediately.
No, they switched on fairly quickly as the ball gets to the hot spot. No one can take a mark on that occasion. Noosa again defending well. Ball just rolls out. Here's a chance for the Aspley Hornets. Unfortunately, it's been pushed away from more than a score. So, second score on the board. Another behind. So, they're moving slowly on the scoreboard. 18-point the margin. Noosa in front. They're going to come out for full back.
Slow approach down the far side of the field. Scrambling left against Dalton again. With his boots all over it. No wonder he's running head to head with the things he's trying to take their first thing every time.
No, he started the game. Yeah, look, Dalton's one of those sort of impact players, I get the feeling. He's got the headgear on, so he doesn't mind putting his head over the ball. Both ruckmen have done pretty well so far. Noosa are probably slightly on top in that department. That ball gets hacked out by Noosa towards Harrop on that occasion. Of the Marshall variety. Another banded throwing on the outer side from the broadcast area. Pretty cool conditions early in the morning.
There's a little bit of colour. I'm sure I can't remember scoring a lady that passed the ball. He's obviously got a coffee run for something. He's actually got over the TPIL. That's a hilarious shout out there. Anyway, Tigers at the ball. We bring it in. That's kicking it. Just the brain.
Oh, 50-metre penalty as well. Over the mark by Alexa. Didn't come back. So, opportunity for Noosa to go further ahead.
It's a corner, isn't it? Aspley Hornets just had solid momentum. Really with a silly decision.
Plenty of interchanges going on as we speak, but Noosa, who've had a bit of momentum to start the quarter, the Hornets, and all of a sudden, first bad decision, they've given an opportunity in front of goal to the Tigers.
And here we go, first goal opportunity. Split him in, dead in front, win with +3. This is a regulation kick. Looks good. Slide another one on the scoreboard. The Tigers continue to build this scoreboard pressure.
Well, again, one bad decision from the Hornets, and they've given up another goal to the Tigers. Not quite sure who had that free kick, actually. Dylan, you might have been closer in on that one. It looks like the young man, number 22 there in Jasper Delaney Taylor. Going to take that.
Tigers, they'll be very pleased with themselves as they have 4 goal kickers now, as we mentioned earlier. Monica, Cummington, Kendall, and Delaney Taylor bringing up 4. Scoreline here of 4-2, 26, 0-2-2. It's in trouble early on, just past 5 minutes here for the second quarter. Brighton moves over, bounces up, once again with Benny Ranners. Windows and doors are getting behind our officials this season. Here we go, good clearance on Fort Nelson from the Hornets, goes pushing the back, not great. Bradshaw pinging it in. That's the first solid transition we've seen from the Hornets this game. Pack Collision is there, they have an opportunity. The Tigers all over it, streaking defense. Good, and on. One to carry here. 14, Rashi. Digging it on the far side. 1 and 2, sliding right, and push off. That is okay. What an effort there from Ian Grant. The Tigers with the rebound.
Here's a chance for the Tigers to go back into attack. Solid collision there from the Tigers. Hornets looking to come out of trouble. Here's a chance for Noosa again. Got pushed off the footy. They've still got an opportunity. Handball over the top. Here's a chance. Kick around the corner to the goal square. Can't keep it in front. Roving well. 3-on-1. Can he get the ball on boot? No. The Hornets defend pretty well. And mark's going to be taken by Dalton. And Dalton's going to look to switch the play.
That's a terrific effort there from Dalton. The run is on. Here we go. The Hornets are buzzing. Picking it through the middle, 1-on-1. Great defensive effort there from the Tigers play. The Hornets with the fist. This is a much more free-flowing perimeter looks like a free-flowing play. Hazy will take it here, just outside the circle.
And it was Delaney Taylor with that last goal. Noosa going back into attack. Good defending from the Hornets. This man's been pretty lively. O'Dwyer hasn't had a lot of help around from teammates. Here come the Tigers again. Another inside 50 to the pocket. Fox defending well on the last line. And he's just about their best player at the moment, the Hornets, as he switches across the ground. They're going to come to this broadcast side. Right up the middle, diving attempt to the mark there was Chambers, couldn't take it. Now the Tigers go back into attack. Players come together, Paul comes to the front. Again, the Hornets are trying to defend, the Tigers trying to attack. The free kick's going to be paid. It looks like it's going to go to the Hornets.
We've got to get credit to the Hornets defense. They're trying their heart out. It's just this here with that problem. Getting it through the midfield. Tigers all over the ball in hand. We will see the captain of Will Cook with hands off again. Look at all the white jerseys have recovered well. Smart kick on the far side. We will take this one. Looks like the tackle was good. Nice hands. Levi, who's been pretty prolific thus far. Oh, what a beautiful mark. Right, the Hornets play on. Hamish McPherson, the leading goal kicker. Pops it over to his teammate. The grubber kick is there. And the first goal is in kick. Rocco Sullivan locking it up there for the Hornets. 1-2-8.
Well, they were trying to defend, weren't they, the Tigers, and McPherson just get his body in the right position, got out the back, took a pretty good mark and tried to lead up kick, but Rocco Sullivan was pretty good in the end. Rode it well, got the ball back, but got the throw and goal pretty quick. So first goal on the board to the Hornets, 1-2-8, the 4-2-26. 9 3/4 minutes played second quarter.
Life here from the Hornets. Good to see them here. Is growing. Just took on the 10-minute mark in the second quarter. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the QAFL YouTube channel. And a terrific season thus far. So many amazing athletes. Touch goes down. Little back, smash. Hornets though, all over it again. Here we go. This man has been all over it. That's the night. Wants to hold things up. That's Thomas Levi. Best effort. Tigers swarming. One-handed pick up, tackle in, a big smash there from Crazy. Pretty busy in here.
Get Atkins in the ball, needs another pack. Picks himself out. Pardon me. Muckman go back at it. Aspley looking to get another on the board. Hacks the ball to the pocket. All the players come together all in one go. First on to one of the Hornets, that little chip kick, that's smart. Oh, smarter footy. Gets back to a better angle. No, he played for that. And a young man, McPherson, in the space of 2 minutes, he's arguably set up both goals and become the most dangerous forward.
Two big scoring moments. And this young man here, Thomas Levi, has been so busy in the last 10 minutes. Arguably one of the Hornets' best for this quarter. Coming through for a shot on goal.
Thomas Levi now. Took him a long time to kick the first. Could only take a minute to kick their second. Comes in now, Levi, right foot. Just hits the top of the goal post, sorry. So that's another minor score. First post through the afternoon. They moved to 139 to 4-2-26. And a game on here. The Hornets are on the attack.
So yeah, they just left a free now. So easy out for Tigers.
You've still got to make the kick, Dave. It looks like a zone defense from the Hornets at kick-ins. There's the Tigers. Having trouble again. That wasn't the best of kicks. It was a 1-on-2. And that ball's going to be balled up.
How do you see the ruck battle thus far?
Pretty even between the two, to be honest. But it's just that midfield battle at the moment. The midfielders for the Tigers are well and truly on top. Aspley is slowly trying to get back into it, but the Tigers again get another clearance. A kick towards Harkness. He gets pushed over the line. I was about to say punched over the line. He got pushed. Another boundary throw in. So again, the crowd slowly building for a great day of grand final QAFL football. Ball's about to be thrown back in. Far side wing. Both of them come together once more. No clear winner. Hornets looking to break out of trouble. Noosa though end up with a footy. That's not too bad from Pays. Pays kicks to half forward. No one can take a mark. Good defending there from the Hornets. Chip kick up the line. Missed the target though, unfortunately. And that was O'Dwyer again out there. He's finding some space, O'Dwyer.
There's been some little viewers. You can see on the camera side all the green shirts coming in. That's from Maroochydore. Remember, we will be calling the Razzies grand final straight after this. 11:20 this morning. The ball will come up again. So much grand final action today. That's a big fist. The run is on. Big collision. Let's get to it first. Another tackle. Without. Over the shoulder.
So they're starting in a couple of 50-50s here, the Hornets. Trying to halt the momentum from the Tigers, who were all over them in the first quarter. That little chip kick from Bradshaw. Bradshaw, the half forward. Not too bad. Now they're off and running. And guess who it is again? It's Levi. Kicks the pocket. Looking for McPherson. Couldn't find him. Noosa defending well. Players dive on it. Who's at the bottom of the pack there? Looks like it's Shannon. That little hack kick, not too bad. Right to the goal line. Not quite sure what the Tiger defender was doing. Dalton was there again. I ball gets pushed over. And minor score.
Either way, the 1 point will count. Tigers scrambling effort again. I hope the scoreboard probably different. Tigers on top of it, but I have to say it's a much more switches on here. There's a kick from Vidic.
Another switch right back to the goal scoring. So we're back to where they started. Moss has got it now. He kicks back to where the last possession came from. Found a teammate out there in Shannon. He's had a pretty good second quarter, Shannon, actually. Keeping a close eye on that one. That's not a bad kick either. And another teammate out there. So they're working the ball okay here, the Tigers, from half-back. They're going from full-back to half-back. Kick up the ground. Great defending by Fox. Couldn't take the mark, though, and the Hornets. That little hack kick is good. A bit panicky. Bill Strain with the defence. Great smother there from the Hornets, though. Here's Levi again with the hack kick, but no one at home for the Hornets. And the Tigers defend on the last line again.
Snap is there, the run is on, and the goal is kicked. That is Kendall. Slot for his name. Terrific footy from the Tigers.
Well, in the last 30 seconds, I've seen Fox go up for 2 marks with no lot of pressure on him, and he's dropped them cold both times, and unfortunately paid the price on that occasion. Kendall rode it perfectly front and centre, gone on the right foot, snap around the corner. Great goal.
Special footy, mate. You're right, like the Hornets, they have it locked in. They're 40-50 for so long.
And really, they went the full length of the ground on that occasion, didn't they? They switched a couple of times from either side of the ground. When they did decide to go straight up the middle, Noosa, all of a sudden, that spread and run from those half forwards for the Tigers. Found some room to move and set up that goal. So Aspley back in trouble again. They're trailing by 22 points at the moment. Hornets straight through the middle. That's a bit more direct. Oh, great defending there from the Tigers. It's a 2-1. Great effort there. Kenny lay a tackle as well. No, not on that occasion. Might get an overlap. That's on the ball, says the umpire. And Colsley, well done.
His option to switch might be on it yet. Seems to be the case, but on the far side. Kick there from Green has been pretty difficult to put that roll. Kick through. We will see Ryland McKay. Last try here from that broadcast. The captain again really starting to get himself involved down on the far side. There's a 1v2 and the Hornets all over it. The best decision with an outnumbered man.
Made him earn it though. Back in the middle of the ground at Dalton, who's been pretty lively today. It's going to be called play on, said the umpire. That was Fox once more, almost giving the ball up. Dalton ended up with it once more. Dalton's going to get the 1-2 here. He's about 100 metres out from goal, way too far out to score. He's going to belt this ball in. Drops a bit short. Noosa play got crunched. Another Noosa play got crunched. Here's Levi again. Kicks around the corner, trying to keep it in, but couldn't. So Bandit throw in. Back at half forward for the Hornets.
He's just looking after his fantasy footy points, mate. He just got 3 possessions up the road. But my goodness, what a terrific effort from the headband. As you mentioned again, Levi has been getting involved. And for Hornets, some of their big ball winners are really starting to get in the mix of it. The tap goes down. High ball clearance, not tap to play on.
Oh, block the head. You saw him drop the head, unfortunately. You couldn't give it. Again, 50-50 for a high tackle while holding the ball. Umpire probably made the right call. The Tigers are going to come out of trouble now. On that far side, looking to come back and board, decides to go down the line towards half forward. Fox is not going to drop that one. He's at half back. Straight up the middle of the ground, not too bad. Play on, said the umpire. Then he ducked the head, Atkins. Play on, says the umpire. That hat kick, one on two. Good defending there for the Tigers. Trying to keep it in as McPherson. Bit of end-to-end footy here in this Colts Grand Final.
Considerably more free-flowing. I will say the coach's box is considerably more louder as well. Right next to us here in Shropshire. They're animated, we're enthusiastic. I hope you're enjoying the broadcast thus far. Just outside the centre, three Hornets. The official C2 once again. Bit behind the green shirts this season. Got our officials. Thank you very much for their continued efforts. Ball is up here, and we've got a little passing time now without a score being had. That goes down as we pretty close to this, and the ball's up.
He's still got the top of the jumper grab and just slung into the ground, so he hit the ground pretty hard. That was Casper's on that occasion. As ball gets thrown up again. He's not breaking through that line either. Aspley holding up okay at the moment. Noosa defending at the moment. They get the tap out and they get the clearance. Fox again takes another mark. He's probably taken 3 or 4 already. Yeah. He's going to hurl this ball back in. Left forward pocket. Who's going to take a mark? 3 Noosa players crunch each other. Pushed over the boundary line. Boundary throw in. About 40 out on that tight angle.
You know, viewers at home, it's always a tough one, Kane. I find that when there is a big scoreboard difference, sometimes the defence can get blamed. I feel players like Fox have had a terrific game as far as you mentioned. He's had 3 or 4 intercept marks to his name. And I don't think the scoreboard can really reflect his efforts. Ball goes to ground again. And where do you think the game has really been won thus far?
No, it's a midfield battle at the moment. The Noosa midfielders are right on top at the moment. And they're seen up more on the defensive side of the stoppage. So they're just working. If the Aspley Hornet Ruckman win it, whichever way he goes, they're just reading it perfectly. While the Aspley, other than Levi, who's the rest of the midfielders for the Hornets are quite reactive. So it's going to be a free kick. And guess who it is? Surprise, surprise. Give him a plug and he ends up with it. So Levi is going to be shooting for goal. Probably about 35-40 out as the siren goes for half time. This will be a pretty good finish to the second quarter and the first half for the Hornets who can kick this one. The Hornets supporters are going to go absolutely bananas if he can nail this goal. Just a tick under 23-minute quarter there. And Levi for goal number 2 to the Hornets. Comes in. Right foot, leans back a little bit. It's going to drop short. Got pushed to the left, actually. Another minor score. So half-time here, the Hornets 1-5-11 to 5-2-32. 21 points of difference in favour of the Tigers. Great first half. The TPIL QAFL Colts Grand Final for 2025. We're going to take a quick... Actually, let's go quickly through some goal kickers here. Got Fox Lamonica's got 1 for Noosa. Fred Hamilton's got 1. Zion Kendall's got 2. Delaney Taylor's got 1 as well for the Tigers. And on the other end of the coin...
You need a strong team. At TPIL Lawyers, we rise above the pack. When it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the personal injury lawyers. Kicking goals for Queenslanders since 1983. TPIL Lawyers, proud partner of AFL Queensland.
AFL 9s, it's footy for
best mates looking to be teammates.
Cardio fiends after a bit of competition.
Legends of the game. Looking at making a comeback.
There's footy for when your week's pretty cooked.
Or for fitting it in between classes.
It's footy!
It's footy.
It's footy!
It's footy for me.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the TPIL Lawyers QAFL COLTS Grand Final for 2025. Noosa leading the Aspley Hornets 5-2-32 to 1-5-11. Aspley got all the work to do. My name's Kane Browning. Still joining me is the great man Dylan Kimlin. And Dylan, just quickly, pretty good first half from the Tigers.
Yeah, I was pretty pleased with them. I think Aspley probably had a better second quarter there, viewers, but if you are just tuning in, it was all one-way traffic, definitely going the way of the Tigers. Ball is up. Let us continue the fun here for our Colts Grand Final, and the Aspley Hornets immediate intent out of the clearance. Big, hard tackle, and we heard a very enthusiastic coach's booth throughout those first two quarters came. What do we think they might have been talking to the fellas during the halftime?
No, it's just trying to get some momentum back. The Hornets haven't had a lot of opportunities. They're arguably the form side of the competition going into this Grand Final, but the Tigers have had all the momentum. They're working extremely hard in the middle of the ground. Here they go again. Kick to half forward. Gets over the back. Now here's a chance. Running from 45. Chips to the goal square. Can he get the mark? Yes, he can.
Yeah, beautiful play there from Jay Muir, the vice captain, who's had a ping earlier, Kane. This time he did the team thing, and as a result, they got a mark right in front.
And Liam Grant is going to go around the corner. He didn't quite mark it in the goal square, so it's not directly in front. Gets around on the right foot, brings it around beautifully. First goal of the third quarter to the Tigers. They go further in the lead, 6-2-38 to 1-5-11. 27 points the margin in favour of the Tigers, and the Hornets could be in a bit of strife.
Yeah, that's exactly what the coaches drew up. Straight out of the halftime huddle there for the Noosa Tigers. The frustration starting to mount here for the Hornets. A midfield battle, definitely going the way of Noosa at the moment. And I actually, when I was walking up earlier today, viewers, I heard some of the Noosa fans talking about the long drive all the way to Ipswich. I'm like, God, it's nothing. What are you talking about? But
maybe not for you. I came from the Gold Coast, mate, so I left at about 6 a.m. this morning. There's the ball's back in the middle of the ground. Ruckman come together again. Again, trying to get that centre clearance. The Tigers defending well, trying to lock that ball up once more. Number of players dive on it. You're not going to find a holding the ball decision there. So another ball up, middle of the ground. The Hornets need to make a move very soon indeed if they're going to get back into this Grand Final. The Tigers are all over them. Speaking of all over them, good tackle again. Laid on Jake Pitcher on that occasion. He's been a bit quiet in the first half. Hopefully he'll have a better second half. Ball back in the middle, thrown up again. No clear clearance winner on that occasion. Ball gets locked up once more.
And speaking of the Sunny Coast Travels, we will see Maroochydore playing in our next matchup up against Morningside for our Rezzy's Grand Final viewers. Definitely stick around as we have three fantastic Grand Finals for you today for our TPIL Lawyers Grand Final day here at Brighton Homes Oval. Beautiful venue we're playing at. As the ball goes down and immediate scuffle once more. Quick clearance, and here we go, picked up and cleaned up here from the Tigers. The run is on.
Look at the handball.
Beautiful hands as the run and the kick chip there from Tigers. And that was a nice setup there from Jared Moss. We've called his name quite a bit today, Kane.
No, Jared Moss has been very good in the first half. That kick wasn't too bad. Again, just drop the ice, hit the target, so that worked out pretty well. Not quite sure who's kicking for goal here, but it looks like it might be Liam Grant for 2 1/4. Believe it is the number 18. Yes, it is. So Liam Grant for 2 goals in about 2 minutes. Lines up from 45. That is brilliant. Goal number 2 to him. Another goal on the board to the Tigers, and they are arguably running away with this Grand Final. 17-44. 33-point leaders, 1-5-11 the Hornets, and it's all the Tigers at the moment. Dylan, they are absolutely smashing the Hornets.
Yeah, Aspley seem absolutely shell-shocked at the moment. They just can't contend with this clearance battle. Solid transition through to the forward line and 2 terrific goals there on the side of Liam Grant. Definitely sting.
Well, 2 minutes between goals for Liam Grant. He was pretty lively in the first quarter. Didn't have a lot of opportunities. Keeping on that midfield battle there. Got Harry, looks like it's Farron Cook and President Tack, the captain, going at it in the middle of the ground. Keeping on that matchup as, again, the ball just rolling around. Players dive on it again. Another stoppage. Right in the middle of the ground once more. Again, the crowd is slowly building here at Springfield. The weather's staying away, which is good. Haven't seen any rain yet. Hack ball out from the middle of the ground. Great mark there. And this guy here, Will Cook, the captain, has defended well across half-back for most of the day. Tips the ball out wide to find McKay. McKay kicks over the line. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can. Comes back onto the left foot. Zion Kendall, who's kicked a couple of goals already. Ball almost got out the back. Again, the Hornets trying to defend. Got the little handball. Fox got held up. Right on the 50-metre arc. It's going to be a throw-up. So, again, the Noosa are attacking. Noosa's pushing. Noosa's prodding. Let's see if the dam wall breaks early in this premiership quarter. Again, almost dropped the footy. Cole there was a Hornet. Umpire comes in, blows the whistle quickly. He's going to throw it up once more.
Yeah, the tap will go the way of the Tigers again. Swarming are the Hornets, however, and pressure really starting to mount for them. Hands out is good. Nice tap, and here we go, the run for the man who's been so busy thus far, Levi, with the grubber kick. 3-on-3, the hands are there. Tigers all over it, however. Ball in hand, that is Kay, who's been pretty prolific the last couple of minutes. 1-on-1, big tackle. Both men went for each other instead of the ball. Oh, big hip and shoulder, but the Tigers again sees to it. McKay with the second disposal in his match.
Oh, what a grab!
Mark taken from Jared Moss. That is the highlight play of the granny.
Sometimes you just got to lean back and just, you just give that nice little round of applause. That was a ridiculously good mark at centre half forward. And arguably, this guy's just about best on ground for me. He's been all over the place, Moss. And he's lining up for his first goal. Can he kick it to push the lead further in favour of the Tigers? He has absolutely launched that. Oh,
no.
Slams to the woodwork. Can't finish off his great work with the mark of the day so far. Moss let the Hornets off on that occasion. They come up straight up the middle.
Yeah, Steele with ball in hand and going up the guts might be their only option at the moment. They haven't had any luck with any other transitions. The defensive press from the Tigers too strong. That's a nice clean kick, however. Opting to hold it up on the far side of the field with the chip, and some measured play here from the Hornets. Maybe this is what is needed. Some possession footy, one-on-one. Good grab there taken just in front of our TPIL lawyers. 10. A big thank you to them for continuing to support the QAFL this season.
That's Atkins out there.
Yep, he's been busy bringing it in. Just outside the 450, not the best kick, and gobbled up there. Sees the Tigers with ball in hand again. And Bing's exactly back where he first kicked it. It sees to the boundary line.
Will Cook again defending well across half-back. He's taken 3 or 4 marks and half-back, so he's been defending well for the Tigers. They haven't had to do too much with the defensive unit for the Tigers, I must say. They've been all over the Hornets in this first half and a little bit. 8 minutes played, premiership quarter, TPIL Lawyers, QAFL Colts grand final. It's all the Tigers at the moment. Aspley trying to, massive impact between 2 players there. And the Hornets players come up sore. Keep an eye on that, Dylan, as play continues. Looks like it might be Atkins there. Very slow to get up.
He's in all sorts, Kane.
There's another collision as well as the Hornets just hack the ball forward. Good attempt at a contested mark. Comes back in board. That's a shocking kick. Ends up in the hands of Nelson. They've got to start moving quickly. Gets off the mark. Kicks to the pocket. Play goes over, but 2-on-1. Great mark there. Sets up another shot on goal for the Hornets.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of runners coming on field here to help out our injured. This third quarter, we all know how important this quarter is, viewers, especially with the premiership on the line. Players putting everything on the field.
McPherson now. He's been arguably the liveliest forward on the ground. Comes in now. Lines them up. Right foot. It's dead straight. That's what they need, the Hornets. They kicked their second. 2-5-17 to 7-3-45. Tick under 10 minutes played. Premiership quarter. TPIL Lawyers. QAFL Colts Grand Final.
Yeah, big from McPherson, considering he did win the TPIL Lawyers QAFL Colts leading goal kicker after 60 for the season. He needs to continue, I think.
It's Atkins coming off too. He's limping heavily. He can't even put weight on that
it's either right foot or
right leg. So he's pulled up extremely sore from that impact on that outer side. So he comes off the ground.
It's a shame Atkins played pretty well thus far.
Yes, he has. And pitcher comes on. So he's going to line up on this broadcast side wing up against Kobe Coldry. So, again, the Tigers still ahead. But Aspley need to kick a couple in the row for the first time this afternoon. Ball gets hacked towards centre half forward. Defending well. This guy's been good as well. Fox LaMonica. He's got one on the board already. Here come the Hornets again. 1-on-1 forward of the footy. McPherson again leading the charge. No look handball. Not great. The Tigers defend okay. They're coming together again. They've got an extra number around this. But it's the Hornets trying to get the ball forward at every opportunity. Could have been leg. Play on, says the umpire. No, he was leg. And it's going to go to Harry Nelson.
Yeah, he's the 8th leading goal kicker of the season for the Colts here with 23 total. And we're starting to see the big goal kickers starting to stand up here, Kane. This is big for the Tigers.
Well, very, very big for the Hornets. Line up for goal number 3. A couple in this quarter. Nelson. You almost have to take every opportunity from now on. Pushes it to the right though, so another missed opportunity. 2-6-18. 8 scoring shots to 10. So the fact that Noosa's kicked 7 goals 3 from 10 scoring shots to 2 goals 6 from 8 scoring shots. So Noosa taking their opportunities in front of goal. Aspley not doing quite as good of a job. Noosa's coming out from half back. Kicks up the line. They seem to have numbers everywhere at the moment. It's a 2-on-2. Who's going to win this battle? Ball rolls out. Good tackle laid there by the Tigers. Another stoppage found. So just inside the boundary line on that outer side.
Yeah, and the passage of play thus far. I think you're spot on there, mate, with the scoring involvements thus far. In that it will really come down to clean kicking. As the ball comes out, here we go, Hornets with the clearance, but safely taken there for Noosa is Archie Shannon. He's been pretty important on the half-back flank. Pinging it straight up where it just came from. Taken there is Harrop. The Harrop duo have been very solid for the Tigers. For the Hornets, and that's a nice kick. Again, on the far side of the field.
Callan Harrop especially has been very lively since quarter time for the Hornets.
As he kicks it in, and on the far side, which we'll see, ironically, Harrop again. He's really starting to rack it up.
But he's giving away a free kick. So it's going to be the Tigers now going back down the ground. Players come together, loss of footing there, but it got out the back. That was the important thing. They got an extra number here. Players bypass the footy. Good attack there from Dalton once more. Play on, said the umpire. No, it's actually been paid a mark. Decides to go for the switch. Got to take the mark here. Now that might have some room to move. Play on, said the umpire. That's on the footy. He was looking for the quick handball. Got caught by Fox. Fox is arguably the liveliest defender on the ground at the moment. Chip kick out right to Marshall Harrop. Harrop. Chip kicks okay. Finds Rawson, who's been doing a lot of the ruck work this afternoon. Chip kick back and board to Harrop again. About 90 metres out from goal. Defender slips over, but they still had some time. Ended up with it somehow. Now this is an interesting contest. Ball bounces up on its end. Here's a chance for the Hornets. Kick around the corner. Found in the waiting arms for a teammate. And that down there keep an eye on that.
That's Grills going for goal. And the setup there for Lockie O'Dwyer, the vice-captain, who's been pretty important thus far.
Harry Grills just fell into his lap in the end. Found some space. Ball dropped short. So Grills, they need to kick every possible goal they can in this third quarter. Lines them up. It's home. So Grills kicks his first. Aspley kicked their third. So they moved the 3-6-24 to 7-3-45. Back to a 21-point margin. 15 minutes into the premiership quarter, Dylan.
Yeah, it's definitely a better response here, I've got to say, Kane, considering the dramas that they had earlier from Aspley. 3-6-24 to 7-3-45 on the 15-minute mark. And hopefully they can continue to build.
Well, again, the crowd getting a bit restless here in this premiership quarter. Noosa still have the lead. As Blaze back in the middle.
Yeah, as the ball goes up, tap goes down, and Tigers all over it. And get the hands, clearance unsuccessful. Smothered it was from Aspley. And there's absolute mayhem there in the middle. We've seen about 3 smothers in about 30 seconds. Hands out, that man has been so busy in Levi. Ball is out, the sprint is on. Recovering it there is Riley McKay. Crunched. Well, looks like the officials will see to it. Thank you to Brandon's Windows and Doors getting behind our officials this season. Remember, viewers, our grand finals will continue as the play continues. Nice tackle there from the Hornets. Levi again. Clearance. Hands there for the Hornets. Inside 50. Whoa, big pack. Goes over the top. Tigers scrambling. And the hands out. I think that was Grills again in the mix of it. Levi with the tackle without ball. Doesn't matter. Play on. Running after it is Duncan Lewis. Tigers somehow getting it out. Was that without? No, holding the ball. Aspley Hornets much better this last 5 minutes.
Well, here's a chance for Pitcher again. Got to use the ball well here. Looking for McPherson. Players go up. Little handball. Found the ruckman. That handball's better than Nelson. Nelson. He's missed 2 in a minute, Nelson.
Oh, that stings.
Another missed opportunity. Margin moves to 20 points. Well within range, the Hornets. 17.5 minutes played, premiership quarter, third quarter. And the Tigers are going to come out from full back through Paisley. Play on. Going to go long. That far side wing looking for a teammate. Looks like it was out there. Looks like there was a late change. Looks like Klugman Harris is coming to the side, number 7. Good contest there. Good mark there. 3 players came together and the Hornet came out with it. Looks like Fox has pushed down the ground again. He's ended up with this. And he's going to line up from about 45 out on an okay angle. But they're peppering away here, the Hornets.
It's much better for Aspley, Kane. I feel that they've been a lot more composed. And, you know, despite that point earlier that we saw that was sort of sprayed, it was a great transition, you know, from the coaching staff. They'll be pleased with the efforts thus far as he comes in here. Another big opportunity here for Aspley. Just on the 50-metre line, and the official has not moved. Here we go. The Hornets are starting to buzz. We go through to a 4-7, 31, 7-3, 45. They've now had more scoring shots than their opposition.
Well, 14 points the margin. All of a sudden, you can feel a bit of tension in the air. If you're a Noosa supporter, they've had all the dominance in that first half. In the back end of this third quarter, it's arguably been all the Hornets. Just looking down at some play-by-play. And it was Ryan Fox on that occasion. So, 18 minute 41 second, that goal was kicked. 31-45, 14 points the margin. Game on here. Back in the middle of the ground. Both ruckmen come together. No clear winner. Tigers desperate to get the next one to get some breathing room. Defending well of the Hornets. Great contest there. Players, well done, both of them. Now the Tigers have it. Great smothered off the boot there and comes away with it. The Hornet defender. Pick up the lines, not too bad. Looking to come back in board. Not quite sure where to go. It's a 2-on-1. He's giving up the footy though. Here's a chance for the Tigers.
Yeah, and that was Jed Atkins that actually brought that in there, the player that we were worried about injury earlier. So great to see him back on field, and the Tigers running with the midfield switch, picking it in on the big pack, goes over the top, opportunity here, Goldilocks running after it, and another opportunity, but there he is again. That is Zachary Brown, who's been lethal on the defensive effort thus far. The mark not taken, goes to the boundary line.
He's been okay since he came on the ground, Brown.
Yeah.
And you definitely can't miss him with that hairline.
He's been all over it thus far, and I have to say, with our momentum heavily favouring the Hornets, viewers, as a bit of a recap for the Week 1 finals, if you missed out earlier, Aspley Hornets beat Noosa 77-25. So they've done it before. They know how to beat this side. Starting to find momentum in the third. Ball goes to ground. Tigers all over it. However, hands out a good clearance. Immediately gobbled up, but they get a second opportunity. Pinged off the chest. Falcon is there. Right foot snap into a one-on-one. Mark not taken. There he is again. He's been so important these last couple of minutes with the defensive efforts. Down on the boundary line. We'll see to it. Zachary Brown standing tall when his team needs him.
Might be calling him Sideshow Bob by the end of this game. That hairline is pretty impressive.
I think of Dermot.
Oh, Dermot. Okay, let's call him Dermy. Why not?
Geez.
Hopefully Brown doesn't mind.
Well, he's wearing the Hawks uniform too, so...
Well, he's got the right colours on. He hasn't got the right number on, though, unfortunately, if you want to call him Dermy. As the ball gets thrown back in. Again, free kick. No, he's actually going to call the boundary throw in. Just dropped a little bit short. He's probably throwing the ball in sort of the teeth of that breeze. Has been pushing across the ground. Mind you, he's coming quite a fair way from the boundary line to throw this in. Drop short again. That one hasn't been recalled. Ball just get hacked out. Guess who it is again? It's Levi. Ball to the pack. Picks himself up. So Noosa just need a steadier here. Going into three-quarter time. It's all been the Hornets at the back end of this quarter. Levi again just gets the ball on boot. Tigers pound save. They're going out in number. Now here's a chance. Took mark of the day earlier was Moss. Gave the ball up though. 1-on-1. Now it's turned into a 2-on-1. Trying to be that third man up. Siren goes. TPIL QAFL COLTS Grand Final, and the game is definitely on, ladies and gents. 14 points the margin, 4-7-31. Aspley trailing Noosa 7-3-45. And Dylan, just quickly, we'll go through some goal kickers.
Yeah, viewers, so we've had some pretty amazing games throughout thus far, with Monaco taking the first goal. We had Hamilton and Delaney Taylor also racking up those 2 goals for the side of Kendall and Grant. For the Tigers, regarding the Hornets, Grills, O'Sullivan, Fox, and McPherson have 4 total for the Hornets.
Well, ladies and gents, we're going to take a quick break. Three-quarter time here, the TPIL Lawyers QAFL COLTS Grand Final. Who's going to come out on top? Massive fourth-quarter action coming up. Who's going to win? Come back and find out after the short break.
You need a strong team. At TPIL Lawyers, we rise above the pack. When it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the personal injury lawyers. Kicking goals for Queenslanders since 1983. TPIL Lawyers, proud partner of AFL Queensland.
AFL 9s. It's footy for
Best mates looking to be teammates.
Cardio fiends after a bit of competition.
Legends of the game. Looking at making a comeback.
It's footy for when your week's pretty cooked.
Or for fitting it in between classes.
It's footy!
It's footy.
It's footy!
It's footy for me.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the TPIL QAFL COLTS Grand Final for 2025. This will be the final quarter of the season, ladies and gentlemen, and it's set up what a brilliant quarter this could be. Aspley been trailing all day in this grand final against the Noosa Tigers, 7-3-45 to 4-7-31, 14 points to margin. My name's Cone Brand, still joining me is Dylan, who will hit us off for this last quarter.
Yeah, it all comes down to this, viewers. The Colts Grand Final, entire season worth will be decided in this quarter. The Hornets came back and did well, making it a 31-45 scoreline. Will Noosa Tigers be able to hold and take the premiership? Let's find out. The tap is good. Play will continue immediately intense as the Hornets get the clearance out. Tigers all over it, however. Mad scramble, crowd getting involved. They're lively here down at Brighton Homes Oval. The hands are out. That there from Delaney Taylor, a goal kicker. Big ping, mark taken.
He's been huge.
Moss has been one of their best. Inside, mark taken. Speaking of good players, the opposition there for the Hornets is our boy Dermy. As that goes to ground. Oh, here we have another opportunity. Sprinting in, drop punt is there. And a goal kick from Harry Custers, the vice captain, with a huge moment here for the Tigers.
No, brilliantly called there, Dylan. And I tell you what, it's exactly what the Tigers needed just to hold the momentum in the back into that third quarter. The Hornets hit back well. Margin back out to 20 points, 4-7-31 to 8-3-51. Only a minute into this final quarter for the Colts. TPIL Lawyers QAFL Colts Premiership season for 2025.
Yeah, and I've got to say, Kane, you know, for the Hornets, they had a 20-point quarter in the third. how important that is. They need to find just to continue to build the momentum. 20 points the difference. Can they do it again? Tap goes down, and the Tigers with the clearance again. Quick shimmy. Ooh. Yep. We'll see advantage paid. And here we go. The response is on for the Hornets. Dropped ball. Unfortunate there for Atkins, the fellow that was crunched earlier. Defending it is Roberts. The Hornets somehow.
Great tackle. Play on, says the umpire. Players come together. Left forward pocket for the Hornets. Hornets need to hit back and hit back now from this stoppage. 20 points of margin. Only a couple of minutes played in the last quarter. Taking out the ruck. Can't get the ball on boot there. Trying to kick around the corner was a Hornet on that occasion. Noosa defending okay. Atkins lays a good tackle. Ball gets held up again.
I'm honestly surprised he's out on field, considering he could barely walk earlier.
Well, he's that right leg injury, lower leg injury seems to come up okay. Get the magic spray on.
Yeah, does wonders.
As that ball gets pushed over the boundary line, so another boundary throw in. Let's see how the Hornets set up at this stoppage. They've got a lot of players on goal side. So they're behind this stoppage. Now they're going out number. Kick is not too bad. Diary mark. Play on, says the umpire. No, it's been paid.
Ooh.
And it could be Fox again, I think. He's been put. Oh, maybe not Fox, actually.
No, I think that's Crooks. Jeremy Crooks, number 20.
Jeremy Crooks, number 20. Well, only 2 points the margin between those two numbers. So Crooks. Got to kick the goal to hit back. On the right. Left to right. It's home. Crooks with his first in the afternoon. Aspley hit back. It's goal for goal here in the last quarter of the TPIL Lawyers COLTS Grand Final for 2025. And would you believe, ladies and gents, back to a 14-point margin.
And viewers, the entire team got around Crooks then after that goal, just showing, boys, we can do this, start to lift. These fourth quarter moments are so important. Premiership on the line. That team morale is vital. And the Aspley Hornets starting to find themselves. Can they continue to build just on the 4-minute mark here? 5-7-37 to 8-3-51. Brighton Holmes Oval putting on an absolute show for us.
Well, it's goal for goal at the moment to start this final quarter. 14 points the margin in favour of the Tigers. They've been in front all day. You'd hate to see them blow it. They're trying to get the clearance here. Probably a 20-metre handball. Players look out. Good impact by Brown. He's been great since he's come on the ground. Good tackle laid. He says on the ball. Free kick's going to be paid to the Tigers. Nathan Marichich handballed it off, kicked a full forward, no one there for the Tigers. Hornets gather it up. Another stoppage, about 25-30 out from the Tigers' goal.
Yeah, Chambers immediately swamped when he retrieved that ball. No one goes for the tap, however, and the Tigers getting it. Oh, tackled late. Was the Tigers player, doesn't matter. Let us continue. Hornets pinging it out of bounds on the full. And we'll see Noosa with the ball again just outside the forward 50. Big opportunity here.
Chambers out on the full. So they decide to go backwards before they go forwards here, the Tigers. They're just going to try and hold on to the footy a little bit. Kick to the boundary side pocket. Players come together. First onto it is the Tiger, though. Hacks around the corner. That could be a mark. Play on. Comes to the front of the pack. Trying to get back on the right foot. Kick around the corner. It's there.
What a goal.
Great goal. Now, well, there's no third umpire here, so it's going to depend on what the goal umpire thinks. Given all clear, it's a goal.
I don't know if the player was near it. Came from our view here in the broadcast booth. Either way, the goal will stand.
Well, there was plenty of players not really going near the person with the ball in hand. As it's Fred Hamilton, number 12 for the Tigers. He's kicked his second. And again, goal for goal. They hit back once more, the Tigers. As the margin gets blown out to 20 points. They can't quite break that 14-point margin, can they, the Hornets? They need a couple of goals quickly. 6.5 minutes played, final quarter, back in the middle.
Yeah, the ball goes up, and if the result goes the way of the Tigers, it'll definitely be as a result of their clean kicking. 9 goals, 3 behinds. Terrific from the forward line. The ping is there, and Noosa with an absolute barrel. The one man is running, and he takes a great grab. That is Archie Shannon. He's had a perler today. Opts to survey the scene. Simple drop punt to a 3-on-1. He has absolute faith in his man and gobbling it up there for the Hornets. The rebound is on. The run is there too. That is Harry Nelson, who's been all over it today. Can't take the mark. Gets hands off, however. And the rebound just on our side of the field. Running after it, I believe that's McPherson.
Yes, it is.
He's come off the ground a little bit.
Can't keep it in. So the weather's starting to come in a little bit, getting a little bit more cloudy. It's going to be a massive day of grand final footy, ladies and gents. Tune in for the reserves coming up next. Morningside versus Maroochydore. Grand final replay from last year. Morningside got on top on that occasion as play continues here. The Tigers looking to go back into attack. Aspley now, kick inside 50, overshoots the full forward, can't keep it in, missed to the near side, so minor score, 19 points the margin now, just a tick over 3 straight kicks, but considering they arguably need 3 goals and they've only kicked 5 for the game, ladies and gents, as play continues.
Yeah, you might be onto something there, Kane, as the ball comes in and Harkness recovering it. That is Ethan Harkness on our side of the field. Opts to continue. It's a bit of a mongrel kick. The mark is taken, and that's a late hit. Delaney Taylor has absolutely copped one with a noggin. The goal kicker is there, and the Hornets player immediately come to check on him as Milo Breslin-Tack, the captain for the Hornets.
The players came to, I mean, again, it wasn't untoward. He didn't lift an elbow or anything like that. It's just that point of contact got him a little bit high. So at this stage, everyone's starting to put their body on the line. Plenty up for grabs here. They're playing for a Premiership Cup. Live forever in the memories of their supporter groups as the Tigers. This man's been huge, Levi. A little bit quieter to start the last quarter. Hack kick forward. No one can take the mark. Can they break a line here, the Hornets? Yes, they can. That's a ridiculous handball to Atkins. No, that was Chambers, but again, missed opportunity.
And that's going to be just the whole story of this match, I believe, if it goes the way of the Tigers. So many behinds for Aspley. They're really starting to hurt.
Where do they move to? 5-9, 5-10 for the Hornets. No, it's 5-9-39 to 9-3-57. The ball gets brought back into play. They've been able to get the ball out pretty easily from their defensive 50, the Tigers today. Kick down the line right in front of us. Good attempt at the mark there by Cooper Harkness. Couldn't gather it. Again, Hornets. Good tackle laid. Play on, says the umpire. Oh, just jumping tackle there. Play on again. Comes up with it. Now the Tigers could be away through Cook. Cook just hacks the ball forward. They might have an extra number. Great work by Brown. Chips. Looking for Levi. Can't find him. And defending well there was Cooper Harkness. Just punches the ball over the boundary line.
The Blondies have been two of the best for the Hornets, with Brown and Levi trying to combine there, and just goes to the boundary line as a result. And the time keeps ticking away, viewers. 10 minutes 30 past here for the fourth. Grand final on the line. The Hornets need to find something here. Tap goes down, fisted away. First of the ball is an Aspley player. The run is on, and so is the rebound on the wide side, and it is pinged out of bounds. That is not what you want, and we will see Riley McKay bringing it in.
Well, they might want to just hold on to the footy for the next couple of minutes here. Decided to play on quickly was Shannon. Shannon found a teammate out wide. This is Riley McKay. He's been okay this afternoon. Might just go down the line here. Yes, he does. That's a good lead. Good mark taken. Comes back off the mark. Harry Caspers could be a Premiership vice captain at the end of this quarter. He's kicked one this afternoon. They just maintained possession. The one-handed attempt at the mark wasn't great by Grant. He's kicked a couple as well this afternoon. Lays a solid tackle, holds the ball up. Picking himself up was Jordan Chambers for the Hornets.
And every stoppage benefits Noosa here, viewers. Tap goes down, the ruck battle continues, and absolutely swarmed. And the ball will come out. Good smother, however. And the Tigers, no, they don't win that. As the ball comes out from Chambers, the run is on again. Hand passes out. That was solid there from Peslin Tack. Inside 50 on a one-on-one. Up the back. Can he take the grab? No, he can't. The defense from the Tigers too strong. That was a 2-on-1. Well done to Noosa.
Well, Liam Rawson was the one who got the handball and had a bit of open space. He just launched it looking for McPherson. They haven't had a lot of avenues in front of go. McPherson has been the key. And the 2-on-1 defensive effort there by the Tigers locked that up well. Play continues. Hornets desperately trying to get the next goal. Hat kick hasn't really gone anywhere. Who's under this? No one on that occasion, really. Noosa come out of trouble once more. Forced onto the left foot. Bouncing towards the boundary line. Hornets are going to be first on. It just rolls over the boundary. Just takes it out over the boundary line was Liam Rawson. And he might have had a... could have been pinned for deliberate, really. He didn't really make much of an effort to keep the ball in. There's Jared Moss, arguably one of the best players on the ground, gave him a nice little round of applause. Ball's about to be thrown back in. Aspley's got to be the next goal kicker. Noosa, good effort there. Got a clip in the back of the head. Was Whisper Brain as well. Hornets burst onto it, looking for someone in board. Little chip kick's going to work. Not paid the 15, so play on. Kicks to full forward. McPherson again playing in front. Good defence there. And again, 2-on-1 in favour of the Tigers. McPherson's pulled up sore. That chip kick, oh, I tell you what, that's touched off the boot, says the umpire. That would have been one of the goals of the year there. Now, umpires come down. Now, what's happened here? Okay, so they've argued, I think they argued almost like a downfield free kick, Dylan. So they've ended up kicking one directly in front the Hornets. And Crooks again. So that's goal number 2.
That's big.
You'd love to see a replay on what went on there, because originally the goal umpire gave it touched off the boot. So the umpire then went, well, okay, that's not really advantage, so I'm going to pay the free kick directly in front, down the field. And all of a sudden that margin is back to 12 points, would you believe? There's a massive decision by the umpire.
Yeah, and let's see how this one pans out. The Hornets have potentially been given a gift there, but they need to make the most of it. Ball up in the middle. Time ticking away. Aspley. Ball in hand. That's a good recovery there from McLeod. The hands will come out. Solid defense there, though, from Cook. The Tigers with the run. Jared Moss, one of the best on the ground thus far. Pings it into his teammate on the right foot snap, and the ball is up in a 2-on-2. Brown getting hands to it. He's been so prolific thus far. Grubber kick is there. Brown again.
Oh, well done, Brown.
Oh, my goodness. Talk about premiership efforts and the clean kick to get it out. You love to see defensive efforts like that.
He's been ridiculous since he came on the ground, Brown. He hasn't been beaten in a 1-on-1, and sometimes it's even been a 2-on-1, and Brown has still come out on top. Hornets come together there, probably spoiled each other in the end, so ball goes over the boundary line. Boundary throw in, far side. Time ticking away, 15.5 minutes played, 12 points the margin. Next goal, so crucial. If Noosa can snatch it, you could arguably say it might be game over. If Aspley are the next goal kickers, it's definitely game on. Ruckman come together, Noosa end up with it. Decide to go backwards for some reason, still wanting to go backwards. Got absolutely crunched off his kick, play on. Noosa in a 2-on-1. Levi's around the mark as well, trying to help out. Falls still at the bottom of the pack. Umpire comes in.
Yeah, this is good pressure footy on display, viewers. As we get to the pointy end of the stick of our premiership. Zappa's there. been a very close battle between these two ruckmen thus far. I can't really call who's taken it, but we look like, speaking of rucks, we might have a bit of a... No, he's okay. Good to see. We don't want any injuries. The battle will continue. As the clearance goes the way of the Tigers, sprinting through it. That there is Jared Moss. He's been elite thus far. Takes it over.
Oh, deliberate again. Well, Moss pled for it a couple of minutes ago, didn't get it. He pled for it that time, and they did get it. So they've been pretty consistent on that this afternoon, though, the umpires. Well done to them. It's probably been 4 or 5 of those, and arguably they've all been the correct decision. Tigers going back into attack. Great contest there. Can't keep it in.
Yeah, Chambers nearly had his mitts on it there, but just took it to ground instead. And as I mentioned earlier, every second ticking is beneficial here for the Noosa Tigers.
It's been almost a tale of two halves. Noosa, the Tigers were all over them in the first quarter. Aspley had no answers. Speaking of no answers, here's a chance for the Tigers. Kick to the hot spot. No one can take the mark. Ball comes to the front. Good tackling pressure there from the forwards from the Tigers.
Yeah, that set up there from Kobe Caldry. Just launch it on the right and hope for the best. In the danger zone. Can the Tigers put this one away? Clearance goes down. No, Aspley all over it. Getting it out of jail, pinging it out. And what's the call? Yes. Looks like it will go the way back to Noosa. Huge opportunity here for the Sunshine Coast side.
Well, here's a chance for the Tigers. Do they want to maintain possession, or do they want to go for the last nail in the coffin? They decide to go long. Kick to the goal square. Fox overran it. No one can really win clean possession. That's brilliant effort from the Hornets. Now they're off and running. Kick over the back, but they've got the spare defender there, so it's a 2-on-1. Decides not to use him. Comes back in board. Players come together. That's throw on contact. That has to be a free kick. Yes, it is. Pleading with the umpire there was Lachlan Chambers. And under the drop of the ball, that was brilliant by Pays.
Yeah, bit of a risky kick because you're spot on with the loose man. Obviously, easy hands out, and they've got... They're parking the bus here, Kane. They're parking the bus.
You know what the problem is with this, though, Dylan? The more they try and do this, the more potential there is for a mistake to be made. And they're so close. They're so deep inside their defensive 50. That's not a bad kick. Right to the corridor. First on it is a Tiger. Now they're out and running. Here's an opportunity. Steps back inside. Jay Muir, the vice captain, kicks to the hot spot. It's a 2-on-1. Just got to try and get the handball out. Taps it forward. Unfortunately, it's been deemed a throw, so it's going to be a free kick going to the Hornets.
Yeah, Aspley need to make something happen. They just ping it out and hope for the best.
Oh.
Big tackle. Play on is the call. Hornets. Is that a trip?
On the footy.
Holding the ball. So, once again, the Tigers getting the way of the whistle at the moment. Noosa just outside 50 with a big opportunity here as the time continues to tick down.
Being called to play on. Kick to the pocket. Who came up with it? Again, Brown was good in that contest. Snap kick towards goal. No way. No way! And guess who it is? It's Kobe Caldry. Arguably, he's just landed the last nail in the Hornets' coffin for the Colts Grand Final of 2025. 6-9-45 the Hornets. It's been great to see them get back into this game. 10-3-63 Noosa. Tick over 20 minutes played, final quarter. And Dylan, that was a ridiculous goal. Come from nowhere.
Tough angle too, and pressure situation to potentially, secure the premiership. You talk about moments that kids around at the driveway or out in the park, they envision moments like that. And for Caldry, he's absolutely slotted a pearler.
Well, we've got to try and work out who our best players are as time ticks down. Good luck. It's not an easy job, ladies and gents. Might look easy from your viewing point, but it's definitely not easy for us. There's a ball back in the middle. Is that the end for the comeback for the Aspley Hornets? Noosa trying to clear it. Great one-hand pickup from the Hornets. Kick inside, attacking 50. Players come together. Can they snatch a goal? Left foot snap. It's home. Lachlan Chambers, first goal of the afternoon to him. So in the space of arguably about 20 seconds, they've hit straight back the Hornets. And would you believe it's back to 12 points again?
Yeah, they need more of that. Beautiful clearance, by the way, for Aspley. They just got it out, and I think they just need to throw caution to the wind here. Play with reckless abandon and just see what happens, because they've literally got nothing to lose. Their season's on the line.
The one-hand pickup from the Hornets midfielder was absolutely ridiculous. Breaking out from the middle of the ground. And got the ball on boot, front and centre. Lachlan Chambers kicked the goal. So game back on. Couple of goals to margin. Not sure how long there is to go. Tick under 22 minutes played. Ball's been deemed as a throw, so it's a free kick to Noosa.
Nelson was swarmed there and couldn't get appropriate hands out. Play on will continue with Hamilton holding on to it. He's got 2 goals to his name thus far. It's probably why we're struggling to give our 3-2 run in the booth here. We've got 3 goal kickers that have kicked 2 goals, as well as a bunch of posies being racked up. Ball goes up, big pack. Levi unable to get it. The hands go to the way of the Tigers. The sprint is on. Muir, the VC gets run down. The Hornets still have the fight in, and you'd love to see it.
Jakey Pitcher, well done.
As he brings it in straight up the guts, and not the best kick. The Tigers will get it again. Recovering it there is Jared Moss. He has been elite. Hands over the top, goes to Griggs. Griggs picking it in, and look who it is. This man has been everywhere. Brown with the recovery, kicking it over to Dalton. He opts to go on the switch on the far side here. Another superstar for the Hornets in Levi. Opting to take a bounce. The runner is there. Good smother, however, from the Tigers. Recovery solid here from Noosa. Ball in hand is Harkness. Cooper pinging it in, and we've had a downfield hit late.
It's coming back.
And Whisper Brain. Looks like it'll be Cooper Harkness bringing it in for his side.
No, yep. We can see when the umpire is, so you're right, Cooper Harkness. Harkness, boys, has done okay this afternoon. Coldry's done well. The moniker was good earlier. Hamilton's been brilliant. Ball gets hacked in. Half forward, all the defenders there for Aspley. And they're going to go. They're not going to die wondering here. Jed Atkins has been okay. He went off the ground with a leg injury. Ball back in the middle of the ground, being bounced around. Players come together. Great contest here. Atkins lays a tackle. Who else is there? Nelson trying to hack the ball forward. The last goal kicker. And Lachlan Chambers trying to hack the ball out. Now it's been hacked out towards centre half forward. Great attempt to the mark. Play on, says the umpire. Noosa just rebounded back. Ends up in the happy lap of Kellen Harrop. And Harrop moves quickly. Ball comes to the front. Oh, Levi, front on contact. Play on, says the umpire. Another stoppage, about 55 out from the Aspley goal.
Yeah, just past 24 minutes here, getting into danger time. 7:9:51 to 10:3:63. Ball just outside the Hornets, big 50. Tap goes down and the Hornets get it. Solid switch there, however, and O'Dwyer not able to get.
O'Dwyer was very good early.
Yeah, he's dropped off a little bit, I think.
He's dropped off in the second half. Levi's the one for me for the Hornets. He's been arguably their best as play continues. O'Dwyer gets tackled again. Solid goes! Can you believe it? Can you believe it, ladies and gents? It's the Noosa Tigers who have come out on top. They were in front all day. And as the theme song gets played, Dylan, go through some goal kickers.
So we've had, for the Tigers, we had 3 sets of 2 goal kickers with Hamilton, Campbell, and Grant. As well as Coldry, Monica, Masters, and Delaney Taylor. Slotting a goal each for the Noosa Tigers. First we had it for well done to the Noosa Tigers. I think they played clean up at the end. 10-3-63-7-51 for the Aspley Hornets. They started to fight back. In the end, it was 2 minutes away. The spectators are absolutely overjoyed here. Brian Mungo reviewers. I hope you very much enjoyed our broadcast here on the QAFL YouTube channel. The winners of the TPIL Lawyers COLTS season. Well done to the Noosa Tigers. We've got our votes in here. some coaching staff here. We are getting ready for our next matchup, viewers. We will see on the broadcast Noosa taking on Morningside for our Resi starting at 11:20. Here's what the Blues from the commentary.
Oh, look. They're going to give out the medal. I'm sure there's other voters that take into consideration. Well, my best on ground, purely in the end, for just his awareness. I mean, he took mark of the day in the end. Jared Moss was absolutely massive for the Noosa Tigers. He was brilliant. I actually gave my 2 votes to arguably the best player on the other side of the coin, the young man, number 11, Thomas Levi. If Aspley were going to win, it was going to be down to Levi to try and get him over the line. And I actually snuck in the 1 vote, would you believe? Zachary Brown, number 6. I thought he was massive when he came on the ground. Didn't lose a one-on-one contest. He was huge at half-back for the Hornets. It's a little too little too late. Noosa, well done on a brilliant grand final. They really didn't get led at every change. They were well in front. Aspley came back in the second half. Just, they couldn't get quite close enough to get in front in the end, could they, Dylan? And well done to Noosa. Commiserations to the Aspley Hornets, but what a grand final.
Yeah, definitely the case, viewers. And we're going to wrap things up here as we have our awards presentation coming up. Remember, as I said, we have our Resis coming up. Kane and I will be calling it. Morningside taking on Maroochydore, and then later on in the day, the big dance, which will see Surfers and Redlands Victoria Point. Dylan Kimlin, Kane Browning here. We look forward to seeing you at the next match. Live here from the TPIL Lawyers QAFL Finals.
Testing. Well, good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of AFL Queensland, welcome to the 2025 TPIL Lawyers QAFL COLTS Grand Final presentation ceremony. Firstly, what an absolutely outstanding Grand Final. Two teams that have had an absolutely outstanding season. Let's put our hands together for both groups here today. Assisting us with presentations today, AFL Queensland's talent manager, Mr. Mark Browning, from TPIL Lawyers, Nicole Klein, and winner of our fourth quarter umpiring challenge, Anthony Little, who will present today's umpires with their medals. And I will invite Anthony up on stage as we also thank Bradman's Windows and Doors, who are our statewide umpiring partner. As it is playing in a grand final, it's an achievement to be appointed to one as well. So please congratulate our field umpires today, Tristan Burgess, Noah Purser-Page, Archie Sinfield. Our boundary umpires, Jacob Fuchs, Bailey Price. Goal umpires, Zoe Matthews, Harry Clarkson. Emergency umpire and third scorers, Harrison Brown and Riley Hutchison. Please join me again in congratulating and thanking our Grand Final umpires, not just for their performance today, but for the entire season. It is now time to announce the best on ground in today's Grand Final. I invite Mark Browning to the stage. And it gives me great pleasure to announce that the TPIL Lawyers Waffle Colts best on ground from the Noosa Footy Club is number 14, Archie Shannon. Congrats to you. Unfortunately, on Grand Final day, there is always a runner-up. They've had a fantastic season, and on behalf of the Aspley Footy Club, I invite our head coach, Brett Atkins, to say a few words.
Firstly, I'd like to AFL Queensland for putting on a great spectacle down in Springfield. To Noosa, you deserve today. Congratulations on the win. To my boys, I thank you enough for a great season. Unfortunately, we didn't get the chocolates today. But to every one of you, I love all of you and all our supporters for coming out today. Thank you.
Thank you, Brett. It is now time to present our Premiership coach with his medallion and the match football, so please join me in welcoming and congratulating Noosa's Greg Brain.
Thanks very much, Aspley. To our boys, it takes every game of the year to bring out the best. A long season, fantastic support staff, and we'll bloody enjoy this tonight. You blokes are going to go a long way with your footy. Still only learning the game. Been fantastic to be a part of you. Look forward to seeing you show up next week, next year. So, yeah. Winners are winners, losers can please themselves. is now time to present our premiers with their medallions, and I'll invite from TPIL lawyers the Colt line up to the stage. Starting with number 1, Farron Cook. Number 2, Cooper Harkness. Ethan Harkness, number 3. Number 4, Kobe Coldry. Number 5, Jai Miwa. Number 8, Fox LaMonica. Number 9, Jared Moss. Number 10, Harry Caspers. Number 11, Whistler Brain. Number 12, Fred Hamilton. Number 13, Zion Kendall. Number 14 in today's best on ground, Archie Shannon. Number 16, Darcy Dinich. Number 17, Nate Hayes. Number 18, Liam Grant. Number 19, Jafil Amijo. Number 20, Toby Griggs. Number 22, Jasper Delaney Taylor. Number 23, Riley McKay. Number 24, Nathan Maritic. Number 25, Jago Roberts. And finally, your premiership captain, number 15, Will Cook. And I'll ask Will to stay on stage, and I'll invite Greg back up onto the stage, and I'll invite Nicole to grab the premiership cup. Along with co-captain Vogue, I think injured his knee a couple of weeks ago, as we announce and crown the 2025 TPIL Lawyers QAFL Colts Premiers, the Noosa Tigers.